Hey guys, welcome back to the Long Switch podcast. This is episode 3, and today we decided to get a little special guest on. This is Sam Stone. For those who don't recognise him, or if they're from obviously my side in Australia, you probably don't know Sammy. But Sammy was also at Boston College, or he still is, at Boston College with me and Edwin. He was also a punter. So me and Stone spent a lot of time together, unfortunately, at BC, spending a lot of time in practice and whatnot together. It was quite funny. Only two blokes named Sam were both punters and holders, so there goes that. And so we can our sole job in practice a lot of time was to annoy people like Edwin. That we do nothing during practice, and well, they have to
Nothing.
slog away and sweat, and we're just standing on the sidelines watching them. But yeah, for those much about you, Stone, tell the listeners at home about yourself and your footballing background, because you have more of a footballing background than all three of us in terms of soccer, that is. So
Uh,
yeah.
Appreciate y'all having me on here. So I been a football guy my whole life, both footballs for us Americans. If you guys are watching, played pretty much my whole life. My dad was a college soccer player here, so I kind of grew up with him teaching me. So I've also been watching, soccer my whole life. And there was one point where I was going to a game in Chicago, and it was Chelsea versus Barcelona. And this was before I even had picked a team. We were going to see Messi play, and it was a big friendly game, and in the States here. And um, as we were staying in the hotel, we hopped in the elevator to go back to our room. We got stuck in the elevator with Frank Lampard and Demba Ba. So it was at that point when I was a little kid freaking out, already knowing all these players, but I was like, okay, this is my team from now on. But those dudes are super good to us, my family. I got some photos with them back then, and then ended up going to that game later on that weekend, and that's kind of where it started from there. But now I'm trying to follow every game, trying to make my plan to get to Stanford Bridge someday. But you know how it is with this football stuff going on. But so yeah, I appreciate y'all having me on here, and you know, hopefully we can clash some heads about Liverpool.
Okay. Well, all right. That was uncalled for. Um, but yeah, I can tell from Edwin's reaction he didn't know about that story.
Yeah, damn. Oh, that's
Yeah.
crazy. Oh, that's big time, bro. Oh, wow. No, I'll have to find that photo back in
Yeah.
my memories and show y'all. But I have like a printed out photo in like a frame in my room with Frank Lampard.
Mm.
I'm
That's big
I'm
time,
like a
bro.
little baby running around, but top memory ever, maybe.
See, Edwin, when you have a lot more time on your hands playing the position we play, we learn a lot more about each other, and we talk a lot more. So,
Yeah, I know. I know.
um, um, I mean, we can start on Chelsea today. I mean, nothing, all casual, the League Cup quarterfinal with a 3-1 win today over Cardiff. I mean, I think
Yeah.
everything that Chelsea would have wanted today, they got out of that game. They were able to rest all their starters, got a 3-1
Mm.
win, moved to the next round. No one's injured. So got the job done. I know he's one of Stone's favourite players is Garnacho, so I know he's probably happy to see him score 2 goals there. So um I think he's
I
all right.
yeah, there's honestly, I mean, I was a little worried at first, obviously it being 0-0 for a while, but um, I wasn't super happy, wasn't super impressed with, the initial starting lineups, how they were doing, the outcome of that. But, as soon as Maresca started warming up the two guys, eventually brought on Pedro and Garnacho, I think the game started to turn around from there. But I thought the defense was better than it was, and the last couple games there was just the one hiccup where the Cardiff player actually put a great ball in the box. But other than that, I think Yeah, we started to turn around. I think Caicedo looked really good, pretty much all game. And yeah, I don't think there's anything really for, Chelsea fan to complain about for, 3-1 win. But what are you guys' thoughts?
Yeah,
I
I
couldn't watch
think
the game. Yeah, I couldn't watch the game, but obviously, like that's the result we kind of all expected. Especially like
Yeah,
against like a League One team like Cardiff, just like resting players was huge. So got the job done, got the win, moving on to the next round, and the most important thing, no player injured. So that's all you can ask for, bro.
dude.
Yeah.
I mean they got a massive few days coming up, having to play Newcastle away and Aston Villa, who have only lost once in their last 11 to Liverpool. Just thought I'd say that. So I mean, being able to rest your players and move on to the semi-finals is pretty big.
Yeah.
Especially because the teams that are going to be left in the semi-final will probably end up being Arsenal, Newcastle, and
Mhm.
Man City as well. So I mean, it doesn't get easy from there. You're not going to be able to rest players. So if you can now, it's probably your best option, especially because the semi-finals of the League Cup are over 2 legs,
Mhm.
which I still find quite interesting. Um, but that's that's another 2 midweeks gone, especially for a team like I mean, all 4 teams. If all 4 teams progress that I think are going to progress, it actually doesn't make much of a difference because all 4 of those teams are in the Champions League, so they're all going to be mushed up with midweek games, all 4 of them.
Yeah.
So none of them are going to get a rest. Like if I'm looking at Chelsea's schedule now, obviously they play on the weekend. They'll have midweek off this week, and then they have to play on the weekend, and they are already they'll be midweek every week until like the middle of February with
Mhm.
with a League Cup semi final. So like it's full on. Arnie Slot came out again. Sorry to make this about Liverpool, but Arnie Slot came out and said he's almost glad Liverpool are out because like I mean quarter final wouldn't make much of a difference, but you hit the semi final, like that's when you start taking it seriously. So you have to play all your best players. You get no rest, especially if you're still in the FA Cup, Champions League. Like that that year where Liverpool were in all 4 competitions, and made the final. Where we won the FA Cup, the League Cup, in the Champions League final, and had to play the Premier League to the last day, where City scored 3 in 5 minutes to win it. Liverpool played 60 something games that season, and I don't think we had a midweek break from like November. Like every game, we played a game midweek every week for 5 months straight. Like it
Yeah,
is,
That's
unless your
crazy.
players are fit, it is a disgusting like fixture run, and you can't like you're gonna have to rotate. You'd have to rotate 2 or 3 players at a time, like tops, because you still need to be playing your best players. Because anything
Mhm.
after January is a you can't rest players because you're in the knockout phases of the Champions League. In the League Cup, you're in the semi-finals at that point. The FA Cup, you'd be in the fourth round, so maybe you can rest players in the fourth round,
Mhm.
but it depends who you get in the draw. You can get a Premier League team, or you can get a League One or League Two team. So
Yeah.
it really depends. I think it's just a good thing. Chelsea will be hoping actually all the big teams do win because then it comes instead of being like, oh, we need to rest players, it comes down a bit of mind games as how many players you can rest and how strong you need to line up to be able to beat these teams, but they're also playing midweek themselves. So
Mhm.
yeah, yeah.
you I think just as long as Arsenal don't win it, I don't really care.
Yeah, this is true.
um
Yeah.
yeah. I'd be fine with Newcastle going back to back. If City wins, no one cares if City wins. Like not in a bad way, but it's like City have won so many trophies. It's just like normal right now that everyone's like sort of desensitized to it. Is how I
Mhm.
feel.
Yeah, you're like
Um,
all right with that, but I definitely agree with the bigger teams that make it. Or I think Maresca's gonna have to choose at some point and be like, all right, which is our more important, I guess, games as of right now. Does this one cup, decide for giving guys rest for the next 3 or 4 games in the Prem or whatnot? But I think he actually did a good job today with you know starting some of the younger guys or the guys that haven't given much time, and then if we're struggling towards the end of the game, putting on some of our starters. But um, I totally agree with you. I think the biggest thing is Arsenal not winning.
Yeah,
Oh my
but I feel
God.
like Chelsea doesn't really have an excuse because like over the past 2 years, like they sound like 60 players. So y'all got like the depth quality, like
Hey, nothing to complain about as a fan.
We have the depth quality, but it also comes down to how many players they can register for each competition. So like they might want to be resting some players, but if they're not registered for the competition, they can't use it because there is a limit on that as well. So like you can
Yeah.
only have, I believe it's like 17 homegrown players in your Premier League squad, and then obviously your Champions League squad is a squad of 23 or 5,
23,
I want to
23,
say.
23.
And
Yeah,
then it's
23.
like if you're a youth player but you've been at the club for 3 years and you're under the age of 21, then you don't have to be
Yeah.
named in the squad, but you can play. So there's actually a lot of things that go on to it that you don't learn in your FIFA career modes because that's just not a thing. That's why you
Mm.
need to play Football Manager. That's where you learn all this stuff. That's where you learn the intricacies about squad and homegrown players and all that sort of stuff. So, but I think a big thing as well that's coming up for Chelsea and I think every single Premier League club except Arsenal is trying to avoid those playoff games in the Champions League now. That's another two midweek games if you finish between 9th and 24th.
Yeah, that is
And
true.
right now between third, I'm looking at it right now. Right now between third and 15th in the Champions League is 3 points, and
Fuck.
between that is City on 13, Liverpool on 12, Tottenham 11, Chelsea 10. That's a massive two games coming up for all four of those clubs. There's 13 clubs trying to get 6 spots in that top eight. And Chelsea will beat Paphos. So that I think if they win that game, they'll be around eighth or ninth. But then their last game is Napoli away. So that's going to be huge,
Huge.
huge game for Chelsea. Because
Mhm.
I want to say last year the magic number to make the top eight was 16. I think it was 5 wins and a draw. I could be wrong. Don't quote me on that. But if Chelsea get that, then that's yes, it is. I just looked at it now. Aston Villa, eighth place, 16 points. So if Chelsea win both their games, they got 16 points. Not saying that's a guarantee top eight, but it was the magic number from last year. So it should be good enough, but we'll have to see. Like Liverpool
Mhm.
should get there. They have Marseille and Quarabag, but we never know what Liverpool's going to front up. Man City, they have Bodo Glimt and Galatasaray, so they'll be fine. Um, Tottenham have Dortmund and Frankfurt. So they got their work cut out for them. A couple of German teams in there. So it's going to be a big finish, especially because all 18 Champions League games are at the same time on the last day. So it's going to be absolutely fluctuating up and down. Um, so especially with a club like Chelsea and Man City, Man City have to win their final still. But if they've got to play a playoff for the Champions League 9 to 24 and a League Cup two-legged semi-final, it becomes a mess. That rest is huge. And obviously, higher you finish, the more money you get too in the league phase. So,
Yeah, that is
Oh
crazy.
yeah. Yeah.
and good old Bayern Munich just chilling up there up top. They don't have to worry about it. They'll be fine. And they need to win
I
one
mean,
of your last two.
I would say that's all. Like, I feel like the Premier League is like such like the hardest league to play in, like in the whole world. Cause like that is crazy. And also like I'm gonna point out like all the other leagues like they have like Christmas break and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like they don't play during Christmas. But like the Premier League, it keeps going even during Christmas. Like they have like the Boxing Day, and then they gonna also play on January 1st. So like this is just like awful. Also like for example for like Bayern like we done playing until like January 6th. That's like our next game. So like the players gonna get some
Yeah.
rest, so which is huge. So yeah,
I think a big part about that is obviously the league numbers difference. England, Spain, Italy having 20, and then Germany and
yeah,
France have 18. So that's four less games. So it comes in
yeah.
handy. But then England also throw on top the League Cup. No
Hmm.
other country in the top five leagues has a League Cup. Like that's a
Yeah.
whole extra competition. And for the Premier League teams, if they want to make it all the way through, that's an extra 6 games on
Hmm.
top of an extra 4 games in the league compared to any league, like it's compared to Italy and Germany. And then, with the new Champions League phase, that's an extra 2 games. And then if you have to
Two
play the
games, yeah,
playoffs, that's another 2 games. That's extra, that could be an extra up
yeah.
to an extra 14 games for a team from England compared to a team from Germany.
Hmm.
It's crazy, absolutely
It is.
crazy. Like Liverpool, like I said, that year that Liverpool played in all four competitions to the end, they ended up playing 61 or 62 games, I think it was, and that was before the Champions League structure changed. So if that was the same structure, that would have been 63 games, and if they were in the playoffs, that would have been 65 games.
Yeah.
That's ridiculous for 9 months of football. That's midweek every
It's
week,
almost
except the first
it's
two
almost
games.
NBA levels, but
Yeah,
It's
Damn
like
near, bro.
yeah, crazy.
I
Um,
think I remember almost every coach kind of complaining at some point, um, just the amount of matches, depending on how deep you get on each cup and, the Champions League. What year was that when you guys were going deep within all years? Was that 2023?
21, 22, I think was the year. Um,
Yeah.
that was the year. Yeah, we won the League Cup and FA Cup. I think that was both games were against Chelsea. Sorry, mate. Um, we came second in the league with 91 points. And that was the year Gerrard was in charge
Messi.
of Villa, and he had them 2-0 up at Etihad Stadium on the last game of the season. And then he took Coutinho off, and then City scored 3 and 5, and we lost the title. And then a week later, Courtois made about 1 million saves in the Champions League final, and we lost 1-0.
Yeah, this
Yeah.
is crazy.
Courtois has always got that insane legacy game.
He
It's
always
always that
he always makes a
that
million
Champions
saves
League
against us.
that Champions League mentality, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah. No, Courtois
Speaking,
pretty good, man.
yeah.
Nah, he pretty
Speaking of
freaking solid.
goalkeepers, sorry, Edwin, you go.
Yeah, I feel like right now, like have y'all like seen like a couple Madrid games? Well, Courtois been saving Madrid so much from like so many humiliation, bro. I'm telling you, like it's so bad. Like the Madrid defense is so terrible. Like I don't know how they're doing. Like they gotta fix
I
that
think
problem. Like Perez gotta
isn't
they
everyone
put
injured?
someone. Yeah, I mean obviously Alaba injured, Militao injured too. So pretty good just coming off from an injury. So it's like, and then they got the youngster that they brought. I don't know how to say his name.
Valdepenas.
Yeah,
Yeah, they've whipped in this Valdepenas fella from the youth squad and just stuck him into start last game because they had no one else to play left back.
exactly, bro.
Yeah, I tuned into that the Celtic Vigo game when they lost 2-0 with a
Yeah,
double red card. I, I mean, Courtois might have had like five saves. It could have been 4-0 at some
yeah,
point,
could have
but
been. Yeah,
I think I don't know. I think there's something going on. I don't think the fans are happy with Xavi Alonso at all. But
yeah,
you know,
They're not, but their squad's full of egotistical, like some of the most egotistical players I've seen, and they don't listen to him. What's he supposed to do?
yeah. That
yeah,
is true.
like I was, you go and watch their games, and it almost looks like they're not, training together. It
Mhm.
kind of seems like they're kind of like, okay, I need my goals. I need my
Everybody trying to be the
contributions.
stars. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
yeah. Everybody trying to be a star. Like everybody trying to score a goal. Like got like Bellingham, like trying to play striker, like false nine ish. Like it just doesn't work that way. You got Mbappe, like he trying to go to the left, while like Vinicius is already like as a left winger. So it's just complicated, man. It's crazy. That's why, in my opinion, a guy like Zidane will be good as a manager because he knows how to like manage egos and like different personalities. Because most players like they grew up watching Zidane play, so like they respect Zidane so much that like they will listen to Zidane because he was like a great player. But that's just my opinion, you know.
yeah. I mean, through all that drama that's going on, they're only 4 points behind. So it's not
Yeah,
like it's the end of the world for them. But if you're a Real Madrid fan, I understand
mhm,
not really feeling the greatness within the team and the roster that they have. But
yeah,
um, you know, I think it does help that I still am a little bit of a Barca fan, just from watching the Messi and the glory days. But
Yeah.
yeah,
I mean, I'd rather Barcelona than Madrid winning over there. Maybe that's because I'm scarred from Real Madrid knocking us out of the Champions League just about every single year. But um,
I mean, y'all beat
yeah,
Madrid this year, bro. Yeah, y'all beat Madrid this year, so
we
you know,
did, and that was when we were losing every single game, but we still beat Madrid, and that made me
yeah,
very happy. And then we beat
yeah.
Villa 4 days later, who haven't lost in the last 2 months except to us, and then we kept losing again. So
Yeah,
I don't know what's going on.
yeah.
Hopefully we're five undefeated now. Liverpool, that is. So we'll see.
Hmm.
Um, big couple games coming up. Like not against massive teams, but if we want to get back into a Champions League spot, we've got to win our next four. We've got
Yeah,
Tottenham, Wolves, Leeds, Fulham. So it's got to be four games to win. So,
yeah.
Yeah.
but who knows what's going to show up? As long as Isaac doesn't start, then I'm happy
Hmm. Yeah.
because
Ekatike
he's looking good. There,
is looking really good.
there's no reason to bench him over Isaac right now. I don't care how much we paid for Isaac. You play Ekatike. I don't care.
Yeah, by four. Yeah, yeah. Uh-huh. By four. Yeah.
Um, so we'll see how that goes. We set up a little bit differently for the Brighton game. We seem to collapsed our wingers quite inboard to allow the fullbacks to overlap, and it seemed to work. Obviously, we kept a clean sheet. We win 2-0. That was one game though. So we'll see if we can keep that up.
I
It kind of
think.
like opened up our midfield.
Yeah, I think Ekitike is the best Liverpool signing from this summer so far.
Oh yeah,
Like
yeah,
he's
yeah.
been
So far,
showing up so
absolutely.
good. Yeah, yeah. Like he's been showing up
Yeah.
so good. Yeah,
And Verts has been really good the last month. Yes, he's
yeah.
not getting goals and assists, but like he's putting together sevens and eights out of tens like most weeks.
Hmm.
He's just his fluid movement and his short passing, the stuff you can see is really, really nice. And
Yeah.
I was looking at a stat. I think he's created the most chances by about 10 for players that don't have assists. I think he's at like
Hmm.
26 or 27, and the next closest is like
Yeah.
16 without an assist. So we're butchering chances, which has been the story of
Yeah.
this season. And he's putting it in good spots for players. We just
Hmm.
can't finish right now. And that kind of makes sense. Ekatike is the only one who can actually like score anything that isn't a tap in right now. So
Yeah.
sorry to get
But supposedly,
back onto
uh,
Liverpool
sup-
guys, but it's kind of natural here because the boys just want to sledge me about Liverpool right now, so it always comes up. Um, so
yeah.
I watched
I will
that
say,
Brighton game. I mean, you guys actually looked pretty good. I think Ekatike should be the starter for the rest of the season, no matter what. Um,
okay,
I think Szoboszlai is the MVP of the season. I don't care. He is unbelievable, unbelievable. Um,
mate,
and you said Wirtz is one of the better signings. I think Kirkez has also been solid in the back. There's nothing really to complain about there. But
it's
Isak.
getting
I
better.
mean, I guess maybe the more time Isak gets, whenever that might be, he might develop more, within the club. But it's tough when you have a guy like Ekitike already up there, and you're kind of like, okay, do I keep this guy in who's been playing really well, or do I put our signing $200 million signing in and try to see if he does well? But at some point, it's like, okay, I'm going to play the guy that's doing better. Um,
Yeah.
but I think Wirtz has been good. I think the hate he was getting early on in the season was just you know casual fans saying that he's not getting goals and assists, but the more he plays in the Prem, the more the better he's going to get. He was unbelievable player, and I think you'll see in the next couple games he's going to turn it up. But
Yeah.
I think you guys have four games that I think are all winnable. The next four pretty easily,
Yeah,
I would say.
I want to
need
say
to get
easy,
back into
but
those.
yeah, got some tricky ones. No, like
Need to get back
Tottenham,
into those top
Fulham.
top five spots. I mean,
Yeah.
Tottenham are all over the place. Who knows what Tottenham will show up? But that's kind of like us right now. So it will be a little bit interesting. But yeah, our games are
Yeah.
against 11th, 14th, 17th, and 20th. So realistically, we should win all four. But I mean, we
Ah,
drew the
you
lead.
know.
We
Yeah.
lost to Nottingham Forest, and I was there. Shit. So
Uh,
who knows? Um, but yeah, I want to give a quick shout out to Udinese for winning this weekend against Napoli.
Yeah, yeah, that was huge. That was
My
huge.
second team, for those who don't
They
know,
good.
it's my grandfather was from.
They
Um,
good against the big team.
yeah, that's what they seem to do. They pick up points against good teams and they'll give them all back to the teams all around them and below them. Because they're like, well, that's too many points. We can't finish in the top half. So they actually had 2 goals ruled out as well, and they still won 1-0.
Oh,
So right now they're sitting 10th, and that will be their highest finish in a decade. So it's very early, and as recent form says for Udinese, that they will not win a single game in their last 10 games. They finish about 15th or 16th, as they normally do. So,
yeah.
but I will take where they are right now. I have all 3 Udinese jerseys on the way. So I bought all 3 kits from a little cheap place if you get what I'm saying. Um, one of their kits this season is like a gold stained kit, and it looks horrible. Still bought it
Mhm.
though, because gotta gotta
Yeah.
gotta support the boys back home, or second home, I should say. Um, but yeah, so moving on. Uh, so now we'll look at the FIFA Men's 11 that got announced today. Um, I think obviously we're all going to have our own opinions and all that. I just want to start with sort of like the obvious ones that we probably won't disagree with. I think Donnarumma is probably the obvious
Yeah.
choice. We all
Yeah.
agree there. Um, and then, oh, just
Hakimi.
for reference, sorry, the you are correct. Just so the viewers know at home what we're looking at. So it is a 4-4-2. The team is Donnarumma, Mendes, Van Dijk, Pacho, Hakimi, Pedri, Vitinha, Bellingham, Palmer, Dembele, Yamal. So that's the 11 that the FIFA Pro's gone with. I think
Mm,
Donnarumma, we don't disagree with. Mendes,
yeah.
I don't think we disagree with. No,
No, we
no
don't.
disagreements there, Stoner.
No.
No.
I don't, yeah, nothing with that.
Yep. Van Dijk. Yep. I think that's fine. I mean, yes, his last 2 months have been a bit average, but this is the whole of 2025. So I mean, he
Yeah.
got him
Mm,
covered for 9 of the 12 months. Hakimi, yep. Yeah. I mean, easily the best right back this year. Uh, Pedri, yep. No problem
yeah,
there for
yeah.
me. Vitinha, no problem for me there.
Yeah.
Um, Dembele, no problem for me there. I mean, he won the Ballon d'Or, so you can't really say much. Um, now, this is the 4 that are open to interpretation for me. I think the hardest one to interpret is Yamal because he was damn good,
Yeah.
right? It's
But
just
he's
a
not a
tough one
striker.
because of the tough one because they've done a 4-4-2 formation, so they just
Mhm.
haven't put strikers in anyway.
So
So,
can
but
I add something,
you've
Sam? Yeah.
yeah,
So as a right mid, because Yamal plays right mid, I'll put so I will take Palmer off and then I'll put Yamal. And then as a second striker, I'll put Harry Kane for me, who had like a
yeah,
incredible season. Yeah, to me.
yeah.
Yeah.
I think there needs to be an actual striker in the team.
Yeah.
Uh, they've gone position wise for the whole back 4, which
Yeah.
normally
Or
they never
Mbappe.
do anyway. Or Mbappe, yeah, yeah. I just think there needed to be a proper striker. I would have gone with Harry Kane as well. It would have
Yeah.
been close between him and Mbappe, but Harry Kane's
Yeah.
start to this season has been unbelievable,
Yeah.
averaging 2 goal contributions a game. It doesn't matter that the Bundesliga might be a little bit weaker. Having 2 goal contributions a game is ridiculous. It doesn't matter who you're playing
Mhm.
for or what. So I think Kane was a bit stiff. Um, Palmer, sorry, Sam.
Uh,
Just this season, obviously, he's been injured a lot. And then I think, again, it's a whole of 2025. I just think the last 2 months of his season last year as well, if I recall correctly, weren't the greatest either. There was a patch where he wasn't getting, that's everything. I know that. And he wasn't getting any goals and assists for Chelsea. I think he maybe missed a couple of games with injury as well. I think there was a little bit of a drop off there. Can I suggest off of the top of my head any other midfielders though? That's also where I'm struggling. That's why I kind of agree with Edwin to change it from a 4-4-2 to a 4-3-3, and Palmer you replace with Harry Kane. So then you have Dembele and Yamal as actually wingers where they actually played
Mhm.
this year. So I'm not too upset that Palmer is in there because off the top of my head, there will be people screaming and right now listening at home of actual other midfielders that you could put in there. But I prefer the 4-3-3 with a proper striker where you could throw in
Yeah,
a Kane or an Mbappe, or you could also argue Salah over Yamal as well.
yeah, he
Um,
could.
I
Uh,
mean,
uh,
47 GA in one Premier League. I guess I know that there was a bit of a drop off towards the end of last season because this is 2025. I do get that. So that does take away a few of his goals and assists.
Mm.
Yeah.
I think personally for me, I think the biggest snub from this was Rafinha not being on there. I think it honestly could have been. I mean, you could have put Yamal on the right, Rafinha up top, and uh,
Yeah,
I don't know, for
yeah.
being what was he, fourth in the Ballon d'Or, third Ballon d'Or maybe,
Mm.
might have been lower.
Second,
I,
Salah was fourth and Vitinha was third. Or was it
Rafinha was
Yamal
fifth.
second and Rafinha
Fifth.
fifth then? Okay. Yep.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Yep. Yep.
Rafinha was
yeah,
fifth.
yeah.
I
Rafinha
think
fifth.
I love Palmer. I love what he did. I think there was a drop off within like the last month or two, and injuries definitely didn't help. But I
Mhm.
guess the Club World Cup did help his resume for it. But
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
Rafinha not being on here is a little wild to me. I mean,
I
and
reckon.
also I I think Jude's a great player, but I, I don't know. I don't know about this year for him being on there for
Yeah.
me.
That
Yeah.
was the next one I was going to have a discussion about. Was Bellingham.
Mm.
But to go back to Rafinha, I reckon they've just chosen Yamal over Rafinha because they've just gone on the Ballon d'Or rankings. I would have
Yeah.
taken Rafinha over Yamal. I know they're playing the same team, but like, I mean, Rafinha put up, okay, it's not everything, but he put up better numbers. And I felt like consistency overall, he was better as well. Because an
Mm.
18-year-old kid, you don't expect him to have 7 out of 10s, 8 out of 10s every game. That's just an
Mm.
18-year-old kid, right? So I'm not having a crack at Yamal whatsoever. But I feel like Rafinha was definitely more consistent and put out better performances game in, game out. And I
Mm.
think that Yamal selection was a bit, I'm going to say trophy based, but they play for the same team. And like,
It's because
because Spain's Euros is 2024 though. This is based on the 2025 calendar year, not the 24-25 season. Because the 24-25 season includes the Spain Euros. That's why Yamal finished second in the Ballon d'Or over Rafinha.
since like Barcelona had like two candidates for the Ballon d'Or, like they decided to like push overall more for like Lamine Yamal, in my opinion. Why? Because like he's making like more like publicity, like he's like better with like publicity. He's young and like he's like the future of the FIFA. So like that's how it's it. Like they kind of trying to make him like the new Messi, just like
Oh yeah. Hmm.
the head of like the FIFA and stuff like that. So yeah,
Yeah, yeah. I
Well,
yeah,
totally see that. I see that point, and but personally, what Yamal did in the Champions League when I watched him was
crazy.
honestly like unlike any other player I've seen. It was when there's something about it when someone has the ball every single time you think something's gonna happen.
Yeah,
And especially the enter game. That was probably one of the greatest
yeah.
performances I've watched personally.
The first
Um,
and second leg too.
both legs, yeah,
Yeah.
both legs.
Oh my
And
God.
it's tough. Rafinha probably had more GA by a lot against compared to the Yamal, but it's hard for me to take him off that list just from
Mm,
what I've seen. What he had when he has the ball, it's I talked to my brother about it during that Champions League run when they're having it. It was almost like I was seeing, I don't know, like old greats with the ball. Like even Messi, every time Messi gets the ball, it's like, okay, something's gonna happen.
mm.
But not comparing him to the greatest player of all time. But I think it's hard to keep Yamal off that list personally.
Yeah,
But
I agree. I agree.
the last position to debate, and me and Edwin argued about this before we started the podcast today, was the last centre back spot next to Verge, Pacho. Now, I was of the opinion that Pacho had a very good season, but second best in 2025, absolutely not. Not even
Look,
close.
you got yeah, but you also gotta like put in like consideration like all it did like collectively with his team, PSG. won damn near everything. Like he was like a big piece of like the best team of like the
Yeah,
best club team in the whole world.
yeah. That's
So
making the second
like
best centre back last season, though.
he is, he is. If you watch the
I
Liverpool
hate
game,
Arsenal.
Arsenal game,
I hate Arsenal more than anything. I'm putting Gabriel and even Saliba in there over
no,
Pacho.
no,
I
no,
despise Arsenal, but
no,
Gabriel was so good last season.
no.
I
Patrick
can't
is
put him in
like
there
too
over
solid.
Pacho.
Yes, uh, I, I will agree. Like this year, like 2025, yes. Pacho over Gabriel, Saliba, yes, definitely. For me, yes.
I
How
Yeah,
think
yeah,
the
yeah, yeah.
Champions
I've
League
watched a game
campaign
of like
helps.
Pacho. Yeah, I watched Pacho game against Bayern in the FIFA World Cup, and then in the Champions League recently. Nah, he's a monster, man. Like he's an absolute monster. So, in my opinion, Pacho like
Oh,
deserves completely a
I
spot there.
yeah. Maybe I'll take back my comments I made earlier about the FIFA Pro Men's 11 being about the 2025 calendar year. I just double checked online. It is the best, they recognise as the best footballers between August 11th, 2024 and August 2nd, 2025. So it actually does include the last few months. It's pretty
Oh,
much just last season.
yeah.
So I
Okay.
apologise about that before. Lucky I've checked. So that changes the
Yeah.
opinion on
Yeah.
Salah has more of a case then.
Yeah.
Um, and yeah, the winner of the best FIFA men's players automatically included, and the men's goalkeepers automatically included. Says so. That's Donnarumma and Dembele. Um, yeah. So lucky I read that. So yeah, Salah has more of a case now. Pacho. Oh, I don't know. Doesn't really. So it really, bits of information doesn't really. Well, now Yamal's got a bit more of a. Well, it says August. That Spain won the Euros before August, right? So I don't.
Yes, it is. Yeah. I mean,
I don't know. I don't want to get stuck too much into it, but maybe Salah's a bit unlucky then. That also does take away Kane's start of the season this year.
yeah,
So
that is true.
yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
So it's a little bit. So our opinions in the last couple of minutes have changed a little now. So sorry about that, guys. Luckily we double check things here. We try not to get stuff
Mhm.
wrong. Shit happens. It's all right. Um, but yeah, yeah. Um, so I'd still have Gabriel though.
No, no, no.
I can't believe you're making out like it's such a bad opinion. Like I
Bro, Pacho is so solid, bro. You gotta watch like the PSG games to like understand it. Pacho is a solid ass defender.
he played good against Liverpool in that Champions League, but not like great. Like he was okay, nothing
Have you
crazy.
seen against Arsenal? Have you seen against Inter?
Yeah,
Yeah,
again, he was good. No, nothing like
No,
who was playing next to him? Was it Marquinhos that was playing next to him?
yeah,
yeah.
Marquinhos.
Yeah, I don't know. What is it crazy to say it? I'd take Marquinhos first.
And then
No,
another
it is crazy.
argument is
Yes, yes. No, he can't say that. He can't say that.
No, no.
you
Oh,
could
sorry. Zabriani's been playing next to him right now. I forgot they got him from Bournemouth.
Yeah, so
But
Sabrini's
last,
not.
sorry, I know this is last season.
sneak Bastoni in there.
Oh, yeah, true.
Yeah.
It's like, but I don't think Bastoni levels Gabriel's season or even Saliba. But I don't know. I hate Arsenal, so I'm biased.
You can't even say it like me. I don't like him, but I can say Gabriel can go in. You can't even say that. I get it 'cause you're a Chelsea fan. You hate them even more than me. So
They are. That's one of the better duos, So I
yeah.
don't. I like the Pacho pick though. I won't lie. I think the
Look, I
Champions League
don't.
helps out.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Pacho is solid.
I'm not saying I absolutely hate it, but I just feel like there was better than Pacho. Like I don't think he was the second best player. Was all. You know.
Yeah, yeah,
All
Mhm.
right.
yeah.
before we keep arguing about this, we'll move on to our last topic of the day. Um, so our last topic of the day, a little bit of fun to finish us off, is our top 5 FIFA songs of all time. So we're getting a little bit away from the football, but so we'll have a little bit of fun. I know I was thinking Sammy's a big FIFA player and he would all so I thought let's have a bit of fun. Uh so we'll start off with our number fives, boys. You start us off, Stone, just with your number five. Start.
Oh man. Um, it's tough, honestly. I would go number five. I would go Come Alive. I don't know if you guys remember that song. I'd have to check
Um
the, I forgot what
Empire
year.
Empire of the Sun.
It
Mhm.
is uh FMLYBND. I don't know if you're familiar with that band, but think I think it was FIFA 15. Um, Let me look it up real quick.
Come Alive.
Yeah,
Come Alive.
Come alive.
I'm searching this one up as well.
yeah, FIFA 15. When you get the chance, you have to listen to it.
I'm gonna listen to it now as we go. It'll ring a bell once I
Yeah,
listen to it.
it's FIFA 15. That was to me that was my favorite year ever. I don't know if that's just nostalgia playing into it, but I think that was
Nah.
one of the better soundtracks. And I had to put that one at I had to
Oh,
put that one at five.
yep, yep.
Yep,
I've got
yep,
it now. Yeah.
yep.
I was
Yeah, it's a
thinking Alive by Empire of the Sun, which is also on FIFA, the one
Yeah,
before that. That was another great song. So my bad, but yeah. Make
uh,
me feel come alive. Yeah,
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 yeah.
I got it. I got it.
I think
Um,
Alive, Empire of the Sun's definitely top 10 too for me.
oh yeah, I'd have them top 10. They're not in my top five as a spoiler,
Yeah.
but I would have them in my top 10. Edwin, your number five.
uh, my first FIFA ever was FIFA 12. So this song comes up on the FIFA 12. It's Call It What You Want by Foster the People.
Yep. Great shout.
Yeah,
Great shout.
yeah,
I
yeah,
did forget about that one being on FIFA, I will say. But
yeah.
no,
Good song.
I did, yep, can't disagree
Yeah.
there. My five is Love Natural by Crystal Fighters from FIFA 14.
I'm not, yeah, okay. I become,
Yeah.
Remember that one?
Yeah. That
uh,
That's
one
a good
gets
one.
used in a lot of montages these days and all that. So stuck out for me. FIFA 14 was probably the FIFA I played the least amount in the last like between like my first FIFA and FIFA 18 before I slowed down a little bit. But unreal soundtracks on FIFA 14.
Oh yeah.
Um, number four, Stone. Start us off.
All right, I'm going with a newer one that y'all might not know. It is FIFA 22. In my opinion, probably maybe the second to last good FIFA they've come out with so far. When whole FIFA scene switched to EAFC and stuff, but I'm going Feet Don't Fail Me Now um, by Joy Crooks. I don't know if you guys have heard of that tune, but um, like FIFA like 22 was prime. It was like I think that was my junior year of high school. I'd say yeah, but that's probably the best
yeah,
soundtrack in that, or that's probably the best song in that soundtrack in that year. But when you guys, if you get a listen to it, I don't know if you guys have played
yeah,
FIFA
No,
22.
I do.
I think Edwin
I
has.
do.
Yeah.
yeah. A little bit, yeah. Okay.
Good song. Good song. That's crazy to me saying it though. You're playing it in high school. That's kind of funny. I'm just old, bro. I'm just bloody old. I mean, you started college that year the same time as me, Edwin, except you were
Yeah.
18 and I was 21.
Yeah, so for me, my fourth song, it's a French song that they put in EAFC 25. It's called Formidable by Chocolat. That's like a pretty solid track for me. You know, y'all might not know it. I know, but yeah, pretty solid. And I
Got to
like that he
represent the
added
French in there. I get it.
like I
Oh yeah.
had to sneak
Of
in,
course,
some
of
French.
course. I'll
So
have to give
yeah.
that one a listen because I don't think I played a FIFA since 23. So my soundtrack knowledge then is also terrible. Um, my number four is Clubfoot by Caspian, FIFA 13.
hmm
It might not ring a bell, but the moment it sounds like your number five song, so the moment you listen to it, you'll know what it is exactly. I think it was
What
used
they
in the
say? What they
Premier
say?
League. Um, it's the one that goes da-na-na-na-na-na,
What's the name?
da-na-na-na-na.
Cado,
Clubfoot, Caspian, FIFA 13. I think the
Comfort.
Premier League uses an intro at one point. Also, not trying to do like the whole song because I don't want to get copyright strikes on YouTube. Once we
You say
upload this,
Comfort?
Oh,
yeah,
that is
Clubfoot.
Comfort.
Yeah, give it a listen.
that brings back a deep memory.
Yeah, that's like you're getting like real vibes around there, like
Yeah.
montages and like I feel like there was a company that used that as their like Premier League intro before games with that song.
So the thing with me is think I think it was FIFA FIFA 16 was the first FIFA I actually started playing, and it was always like we had one Xbox in the house, and the older brother gets it no matter what. Like,
Mm,
my dad was always
Yeah.
like, "All right, you figure it out. I'm not dealing with
yeah.
this." So it was always me listening to the TV and watching, and that was it. Like the music always sits with me the most because I was not even playing, but um, I think FIFA 13 was the first one I started watching though. Um, it
Yeah.
might have been the first one, so I think that song hits home. All right, we
What do you
go
got for your number
into
three, mate?
all right, this one was tough. I'm going 16 years. FIFA
Mm,
FIFA 15, FIFA 15, yeah.
yeah.
I think it's Australian band. Am I wrong? Griswolds?
Griswolds.
Yeah,
Don't know. I know the song. Great song. Great choice.
yeah,
Um, and could be Australian. But yeah,
Yeah.
FIFA 15 was my favorite of a FIFA. So every song from FIFA 15, it adds a little to
yeah,
me. My number
yeah.
three song is also from FIFA 15.
So you might know that
Let
one, Sam.
let
Yeah.
let
The
Edwin go
Knights.
first.
Yeah. The Knights by Avicii.
Is
Mm,
that your number three?
same.
Yeah.
Same. That's what I had as my number three as well. The Knights
Yeah.
by Avicii. Like
Yeah. Yeah.
it's not your typical FIFA song. Like normally it's like your indie or your sort of like and that sort of style. But this song was just so good and I felt like it worked. It's not like
Exactly.
that was like they didn't throw many like electronic songs on the
Yeah.
menus, maybe a couple every year here and there. But this like it was just such a good song and it just works. It was such a good vibe song.
Especially
So I
like
put that as number three as well.
especially like when it was playing, like when you were like in the arena with your player, like yeah, like that was so like special. Yeah, I liked it, bro.
Great song. Great choice, Edward. Great choice. Now I have a feeling there's one song that hasn't been said yet, and I have a feeling it's going to be in all of our top twos, but I could be wrong. But we'll see. We'll see. No hints yet. But your number two, Stone.
All right, I'm going We Come Running. FIFA 13? 13, am I wrong?
Yes.
I think it's 13.
We come running. Okay.
That one was arguably number one for me. I don't know, but I still have a playlist on my phone where I listen to all the old tunes, and that one's on repeat no matter what. That song even goes on to my other playlists, excluding the FIFA playlist. So
Oh yeah,
um,
it's a great song.
I think that's
Heading
my
for the
number
open
two.
door, mate.
That's
It's a great track.
reasons number two, dude.
Yep. Yeah.
Uh,
Edward?
so so for me. it comes from FIFA 13. I would say On Top of the World by Imagine Dragons.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's the
Good
soundtrack.
choice.
Yeah.
Choice. Yeah. I This was the song I was talking about that I think would be ever in everyone's top two, but I could be wrong. But I love this song just in general as well, and it just fit the menu music. It was FIFA 14. It was by John Newman.
Ah.
Love Me Again.
Hmm.
Yeah, that's my top one, though.
Absolute. That's the number one. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, that's my top one.
Absolutely unreal track. I mean,
I need to know now.
gotta stop you there for copyright strike. One line, perfect. But yeah, just such good vibes, and then they threw it on FIFA, just even better. So sorry to ruin your number one, Edwin. Um,
It's cool. It's cool.
but yeah, John Newman around the mid 2010s. Oh,
Yeah.
unreal. Just pumping out tune after tune.
I think that's
Um,
every edit I've seen for, I mean, FIFA and just actual edits. It's that song. I
yeah.
think that, I mean, that's probably the best number one.
Oh yeah. And what is that your number one, or did you go down a different path?
I I'm putting that one like number one's here and that's up here. So uh I'm giving another one another shot. I'm going honorable mention. I'm going back at the car. I don't know if you remember that song.
Living out the back of the car. Yep.
But not the back of the car. Other honorable mention, I'm going my type, FIFA 15.
Oh, Saint Motels or whatever it is.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. And then my number one, I think I'm going Dreaming, FIFA
That's my
14.
number one as well.
And
Dreaming is my number one. Small pools,
I
FIFA
had to,
14.
I had to.
Unreal track.
Nice.
You know that one,
FIFA
Edwin?
14 has some bangers. FIFA 14 has some bangers, man.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah. I
Oh,
mean,
oh, another honorable mention, Tiring Game, John Newman.
oh, yes, true. I forgot about that one.
He ran that game,
Oh,
dude. He ran that
dude.
game.
Yeah.
Yes. What a great shout. Um, so, um, what's the song? It go. That's another honorable mention. Oh, I can't think off the top of my head. It's like High feels so special. At the end of the chorus. Oh God, I'm gonna blank. I'm gonna switch it up. That would be my honorable mention.
Is it Feeling
Oh,
Electric?
never mind. I'm an idiot. That's Love Natural, who I put at number five anyway. I got my songs mixed up. That was really bad by me. Ignore me. I actually had that in my top five. Um, Forget about that. But yeah, dude, FIFA 15, like because you mentioned it before, so many like just every song was almost like just like good. Like maybe they're not in our top five, but like just song after song on FIFA 15 was just phenomenal. Um,
No.
like they even had Busy Earning by Jungle, if you remember that one. Um, they also had When the Day Comes by Nico and Vinz. Oh, unreal.
Oh, I'm
Um,
pulling up the FIFA 15 track.
yeah, I've got the list here, bro. Just banger after banger. Down by the River by Milky Chance as well. Oh,
Oh my, that's a banger.
yeah. And that Are You What I Want It, based on what you said before, Edwin, they had Are You What You Want to Be by Foster the People in FIFA 15.
Mhm. Mhm.
Great song as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm very happy with our choices here, boys. I couldn't even fake argue with any of your choices.
No,
They
me.
were really, really good.
On me, man. Man.
I had to add the 2022 song and get a little bit of the new FIFA in there, but I don't know if any of the new songs the last 3 years even compare to one song on the FIFA 15 soundtrack.
Mm.
Mhm.
Oh yeah. All right, boys. I think we've had a good discussion today. Um,
Absolutely.
Thank you, Sammy, for joining us. Really appreciate it, mate. Honor to have you as
Thank
our
you, Sammy.
first guest.
Yeah, thank you,
So
Sammy.
thank you,
It won't
mate.
be the
Oh yeah.
first time. Won't be the first
Pre
time.
Appreciate y'all having me on here.
Of
Yeah.
course, mate. We'll have you back for sure. Um,
All right.
Oh yeah.
like I said, them it might start getting difficult in a few weeks' time if pick up a job or once you boys go back to school and got football and stuff. So, hopefully it's all us three, but there may be some weeks where it could be you and Edwin might have to run the show together or something like that. We'll
Yeah.
see. Because we like, as I said, the last 2 weeks, we want to pump out an episode every week if we can. And if that means me or Edwin have to miss out one week and we bring in a guest, we will do that. Um, just because we want to pump out the content. I mean, obviously it's ideal if me and Edwin are here, but we don't want to slow down as well and have like a month gap or anything like that. So worst comes to worst. Um, I mean, I don't want to say worst comes to worst. If you got Edwin and Stone here for an episode like that'll be a good conversation as well. You don't have to worry about me being there, boys.
Yeah.
So or if Edwin can't show up for an episode, I bring one of my Australian soccer friends on as well.
Mhm.
We'll keep pumping them out, so don't stress about that, fellas. So appreciate your time today, boys. I'm going to enjoy my day, that's for sure. Cricket started today, and it is 35 degrees Celsius. It's 35 degrees Celsius today, so it's about 90 something Fahrenheit for you, Stone. So I'm going to enjoy myself today. You boys enjoy the snow. Maybe a little bit
Oh
warmer for
no.
you if you're in Texas at Stone yet, but
You in
yeah.
Texas right now?
I'm home in 2 days, so
Yeah.
two more finals left. Get done with this BS, and then I'm out here.
Yeah. Good luck,
Almost done,
man.
brother.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. You boys have a good day. Thank you for tuning into the Long Switch podcast. That was episode 3. And thank you for listening, guys. Hope you're enjoying on Spotify as well now. Got that up and running. So, yeah, appreciate you guys.
Yeah.
Have a good one. See you later. See you
Yeah.
next week.
Good boys.